I'm going to be doing kind of an everyday kind of wreath today, because I think it's good to have ones that'll take you through a big chunk of the year, right? So, alright. So I have cut up the majority. So I can set it here. I like having that table there. It's very handy. Alright. And we'll cut one more. Oh yeah, I moved my trash can. I have to remember that. Alrighty. I know, it's funny. I moved it so I wouldn't like throw things in the ground. Alright, so we're going to cut all of the mesh at 30 inches. So I just pulled it out, cut it 30 inches, because we're going to do the ruffle. So this one has a black mesh and a red and black mesh. So it's kind of what you would call a monochromatic. So it's only going to use two colors. That's it. There is some white as an accent. So there's like a little bit of white in the sign. There's some white in one of the ribbons. So that's kind of just the accent color. But otherwise, y'all, and Mom had to move because the lights bug her eyes. I have got to get these lights fixed. So, but she's here. She's sitting over here on the side. And Bella's back there on the couch. So, alright, so I'm just opening all the ties up at the bottom so I can get started. So how y'all doing? And we're going to alternate. Is that what we're going to do? Yeah, let's alternate. Okay, so we'll put our line over here. So 30 inches, just a regular ruffle. So when I'm going to do a regular ruffle, I just like to lay it down flat on the pretty side. So you can see this is the not so pretty side because this is tinsel mesh. Isn't that pretty? You see how it has that little stripe of tinsel in it? Can you see it? Isn't that pretty? It's almost like a runway. Alright, so we're just going to put our thumbs at the end. Well, first we're going to zoom in so y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay. Put our thumbs at the end just like a Dan. And then I'm just going to let my fingers do the work. So I'm spreading my fingers out across the mesh. That's what helps keep it from going back and forth. You can also put something heavy on the end. That also really helps. So you see, you end up with a bow tie. And we're just going to put it down. Okay. Just like that. I like to spread mine out. Ooh, how pretty is that? Okay. Here we go. You can also run it across the end of your table like I did. So same thing. This is a jute mesh. Jute mesh is one of the easiest ones to actually do ruffles with. So you see what I'm doing? I'm kind of scrunching it up together. That's what you're doing. Okay, so when I put this one on, I'm going to pull this first one up and I'm going to spread it out. And I'm going to have these two ruffle in together. And that's what keeps these up. That's what makes them all nice and fluffy right in here. So, that's what we're going to do with that. Now, we've got, let me show you the ribbons. We have the red and black checked gingham. This one is my favorite. It's black with red and white polka dots. That's where our little color's coming in. And then, y'all, I'm still obsessed with rickrack. And then we have another one of the red gingham. Alright? So I like to batch. So in my former life, I'm a CPA. So I worked as a CPA for close to 30 years. So I like batch processing because it's very efficient. So what I do is I do 2 ruffles and then I put ribbons on because it's inefficient to put them all on and come back and put the ribbons on. So I go ahead and put the ribbons on. So I'll put the ribbons on. You've been practicing making bows today. Awesome! Snap it, tuck it, and then spread it out. Alright. So when I do my ribbons, I just fold them together so that they meet at the top. And I make a little indent in the middle. And then I just scrunch it together just like I do that mesh. And then I pull it over like that, kind of making like a bird. Then tie it a good 3 times, clip it off, tuck it in, and then spread these out. See, having that little tuck in there, that little curl in there, is what helps it get across that mesh. Okay, so we can start on a new mesh set. There we go. And we're alternating, so we're doing 1 black, 1 red, 1 black, 1 red. Now the red is red and black. Oh, I got new hole punchers. I promise I'll list them tomorrow. I'm sorry, I forgot. I got them in Friday and I forgot to list them. Unless Casey's on here. Casey, are you on here? So just like that. Then we place it down. Tie it off one good time. Now remember, you have to spread it if you want to keep them all nice like this. So I like my wreaths to be really full, and so I will pull them up so that they're, you see how they kind of tuck in together? That's what I like, because then it's nice and big. Hey, Rhonda. Okay. Same thing, straight up the center. And y'all, I know you've been asking about the master class. We will be opening it sometime tomorrow, but it won't actually launch until November 5th. But it is free. It's going to be free. Alright, so spread it out. So all I do is I'll just kind of pull them out like this and then let them kind of decide which way they want to ruffle. But it keeps it from kind of caving into the middle. It also makes a nice full wreath. And it covers that little center that we don't like. Right? Alright, so make our little birdie. Put it in. Just set it there for right now. Okay. Oh, it was so cute, Mom. I forgot to tell you.
What?
My brother and his wife came by, and I was still on my Zoom call. Harper came in, and there all the people were on the Zoom call, and her eyes got about this big. She thought that was the coolest thing ever. I was on a Zoom call with my group, and they all came in. So, they got to see the little cutie. She's so cute.
Came back and took wreaths and...
Yeah, so, y'all, I made this really cute sleigh arrangement with my group on Friday, and I was going to show it to y'all today, but it did not last that long because the minute my brother saw it, he said, oh, this has to come home with me. Yep. Casey, can you add 50 more to the hole punchers? Just go in and change the quantity to 50. I completely forgot to do it. Okay, on Shopify, I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna ruffle this one up. You see how they have a tendency to almost kind of want to dive in here in the center? If you ruffle them up together, then they won't do that. They'll stay where they're supposed to and not cause you problems when you get to the top. You can hear my voice in your head when you're making wreaths. That's so funny. The mesh is cut at 30 inches. Yep, 30 inches. That's what we did. And yep, I can do them upside down. Did y'all ever write upside down when you were in school so that your teacher couldn't tell what you were writing? We used to do that. We used to write backwards. We would write upside down. It's so funny to think about now. Yeah, I know. Can you believe Casey's already had snow? I get most of my pipe cleaners from Sim's Pottery, but these here you could get from Craft Outlet, this kind, but it comes in one long, like, rope. They call it, it's either called deco tinsel or it's called deco rope. And it's nice. It's much thicker than just the regular pipe cleaner. Thank you. There's a listing. It just needs to be, the quantity just needs to be fixed. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Just spread them out. Next one. Y'all, I have to tell you how sweet my husband is. We do all these family game nights with my boys. I always use wired ribbon. Yep, I do. And I always get the cruddy color pieces. And y'all, I'm not a big yellow fan. I truly don't like yellow, and I'm always stuck with yellow. So my husband got on Etsy and found somebody who makes pieces to those little games, and he ordered a whole bunch in purple for me.
That is so sweet.
That's so sweet. So we play Catan. He got purple for Catan. He got purple for Ticket to Ride. Let's see, what else did he get? I know there was something else.
Dominoes.
King Domino. That might have been it, but and the trains that is Ticket to Ride, he had my name put on the top.
That's so sweet.
Isn't that sweet?
Mm-hmm.
He's so sweet. And oh my goodness, they love playing those games. I thought it was pretty nice too. Yeah. So. Okay. I like this color combination together. This is actually Carson's favorite color combination. Red and black. Much to his father's dismay. My husband graduated from Georgia Tech. So you know Georgia Tech. So he's not real thrilled about his son really loving red and black together, but he gets over it.
Your sister would like that one.
Yeah, my sister would like this one because she graduated from Georgia. So did my brother.
And your brother.
Yeah. Although I don't think he really follows it.
I don't either.
My sister does. She likes it. My brother's kind of, he doesn't care. Yeah, my hole punch is the same thing as a beadsmith. Yes, it is. So beadsmith is just a name brand, so we end up calling it beadsmith, but really it is an aluminum hole puncher. Yeah, I'll show you what mine looks like, because I have one in here. So, no, it's not that one. Where is it? Well, it's just like this one. It's just in blue. It has blue instead of the turquoise. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. Lord knows what I did with it. It's here somewhere. Oh, I might have sent it home with Tori. Tori was so funny. She was making a wreath for her mom. And so we had to send her home with all the stuff because she didn't have any of it. So we sent her home with a mat and we sent her home with rotary cutter and all the stuff. All the good stuff. A bow maker. So if y'all don't know who Tori is my employee, my warehouse, I call her my warehouse manager. She is the person who now packs all the stuff. Well, I still pack it, but I have help now. Got to be a little bit more than I could handle, so. And I'm very blessed to have her. She is awesome. Yeah. So. Actually, the wire cutters are in my shop now. Yep. I sell them now, and I sell them cheaper than Amazon. You get them pretty much what I pay for them. Because it's a convenience thing. So you have something to punch the holes with. Okay, so on this one, this last one, I have to pull it up against both sides. Make sure it's all good. Okay. Then we can put our ribbons on. Oh my goodness, you're kidding. You weren't allowed to wear red and black? Wow. Whew. There we go. See, it warms right up in here without the air on.
It gets warm.
It's the lights. They better not steal it. That would just be awful if someone stole something off of their grave. That would just be ridiculous. Okay, so now we're going to work on the top. So we have the bottom done. You see how cute that is? You see how they stand up against each other? Okay. What am I standing on? Oh. It was just an ornament. And I'm dropping things on the floor. Except it's behind me now instead of in front of me. Alright. So I'm going to open these up. Yep. And we could do the top. And this is actually a wreath kit that I just listed recently. So there's actually some in my shop, which you never hear me say. Usually by the time I make them, they're gone, but we turned these off for a little while so we could get caught up. So, they are in there. We have a red and black and a black and white, because who doesn't like those colors? The black and white is exactly like this. It's just you substitute black or white for the red. Okay. Y'all, all of this stuff is fine outdoors. Mesh is already made to go outdoors. The ribbon is made to go outdoors. The signs are fine outdoors because they are UV protected. So that shouldn't really be an issue. So when you put the top one on, you want to make sure that it's not smashing the bottom, because sometimes it will. You did your first craft show. How exciting! How'd it go? That's pretty exciting. Hi, Sophia and Charlie. Okay. Up top, I like to crisscross. So I'll pull my larger ribbon in the center. It just fits better there because there's more room, because that's where we put the tie. So that's where the mesh opens. There's just a little bit more room there. So, okay. Alrighty. So the big across the center and the smaller one on the sides. I love that rickrack. I don't know why I like the rickrack so much, but I do. Well, be careful spraying your wreaths with polyurethane. It'll yellow them. Yeah, trust me on that. I learned that the hard way. This is actually made to stand up. Unless it's put directly in the sun, it's going to hold up pretty well. I mean, you're more likely to get a bird's nest in it than something happen to it, but now you might get a bird's nest in it. They do like to do that sometimes. Which is kind of funny. Hello, Avery. Yeah, so if I'm gonna put something on, my mesh to keep it from fraying, then I'm gonna use hairspray, because it's gonna work really well. It's not very expensive, and it's not gonna yellow it. As far as the color goes, it's really hard. You can spray them with the UV adhesive, blah, 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 the UV spray, but you have to be really careful because it will yellow it and it can ruin the ribbons. So if you have ribbons that have any white or anything on them, it can change the color of the ribbon. So just be careful when you do it. You want to do, if you're going to do that, you want to do extremely light coats. And be careful not to nab the ribbon. So you might want to put it together, spray it, and then put the ribbons on. so you don't yellow it out. Oh, you can see the comments over there. You can type in too, if you wanted to, Mama.
What?
I said you can type in over there too on that keyboard. Comments.
I want you to tell Avery that Mama Sue said hi.
Avery, Mama Sue says hi. Did you have a wren's nest in your... Yeah. I know, see? Sometimes they will nest in the wreath, which I think is kind of funny. They're probably like, wow, look at this. I don't even have to go gather sticks. Okay. Oh, thank you, Heather. That's so sweet. Bless you. All right. Whoop. I was about to tuck that little end in. I don't think I wanted to do that. Oh, you made Avery's night. Oh, you just read that. She's faster than me. Well, of course, I'm not really paying attention to that. Alright, so I just keep spreading them out. Make sure they ruffle and they're not squashing anything on the bottom. Just like that. Yeah, she's hanging out with Mama because it's dark. Which we did get some lights, so I'm happy to report it's not like Halloween type scary out there. There's actual lights now, so it doesn't feel like someone's going to run out from the bush and nab us. Which it kind of did the first couple times we came up here. I won't lie, it was a little scary. So my dad and I, we had to go searching for some little solutions. So we have a couple solar lights outside, and that's working pretty well. So it's working well enough that I'll have to go get some more. Okay. Here we go. We're almost done with the top. And then we can do the bow. That's our favorite, right? That's my favorite. Yep, and everything that you see here is what you get in the kit. Except, of course, for my awesome wire cutters. These are the bomb. They're my favorite.
What?
The wire cutters. They're really good. Okay. I am. This is the new space. I am no longer in my house. There is no recording equipment. Can we make the bow on the Bodabra? Yep. Still have the Bodabra? Yep. Yep, we can. Yeah, there is no more recording equipment in my house. It is now over here. So, there's still some stuff in my house, but we're going to be getting that soon. No comments from the peanut gallery.
I'm not, my mouth is closed. No one get in trouble.
I just cut the ties off of the wreath just because it just looks neater, and I'd rather you see the ribbon instead of that tie standing up. Now, if it enhances the wreath, I won't cut it off. But a lot of times I do cut them off. I just think it makes the wreath look a little bit more finished. But you don't have to do that. Okay. So I'm just ruffling at both sides. You see how full that is? You see how cute that little pop of the white is? So that just makes it like stand out. That's why I like making monochromatic, because then when you add in a little bit of color, it really pops. It just pops right off. And what else I like about this is this will last for a very long time. You don't have to change it out with seasons. Actually, the great thing is you really could just change the sign and it could take you through multiple seasons. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is the last tie. There we go. So you can see how doing that little bit of curve on the ribbon kind of helps make it stand out. See? Look how full that is. Look how thick that is. That's why I like. So that's what makes it stand up like this, is pulling those up against each other. All right. Look, Mom, everything made it in the trash can.
How about it?
Yeah, so this is the sign. So you can see how easily the sign will pop off because it has that white right in the center, and it will start to pull the white that's around the sides.
That's pretty.
Mm-hmm. So then, like if you were a fan of a football team that did red and black, you could just switch out the sign and make it your team sign. Okay.
That's pretty.
So we're going to just punch a hole with our little hole puncher right in the corner. They're very easy to do. See how it just pops right in there. You could also just do one at the top and the bottom. It just depends on, you know, how you want to secure it. There's no right and wrong way. There's no way that is like, oh, that's just not the right way. I like to use this wire. It's 26 gauge because it's really very difficult to see, to identify on the wreath. And so it just kind of blends right in. Yeah, the sign will be listed probably tomorrow. Oh, and I have another one that has little paw prints on it. Yep. Oh, and I have another one that has a red, green, leopard, and what's the other? Trees that would go with this too. Too bad I don't have it in here. I think it's sitting out there. Or I might have sent it to Carla. Yeah, we'll do the next one with the woodland ruffle. I got the wire at Walmart, but y'all, you can get this wire at the Dollar Tree. They carry this wire at the Dollar Tree. It's just 26 gauge wire. Yeah, I promise we'll get those wire cutters listed. Yep. And we listed a whole bunch of new signs on Friday. Because I went a little bit nuts on Wednesday making signs. Because it was quiet in here. See, y'all, I don't get quiet time very often. Like, there's always something going on, right? I always have somebody here, or I'm at home dealing with stuff. And so on Wednesday after I finished with work, I just stayed up here. And it was quiet. So I was like, let's see if we could do some signs. I made like 12 or 13. It's going to be better when you move, Sue. Alright, so we got all of our wire in. Now we can do the bow. Yeah, the paw print will be in there tomorrow as well. So it looks just like this, but has little paw prints. Okay. So we're going to do Bodabra. Abracadabra, Bodabra. Alright. Y'all, can you see Bella? Look at her. She is completely sagged out. Look at that. She found her spot. It doesn't take much for her to find her spot. Okay. Let's do a different kind of bow tonight. You want to? I think we should. How about we do a 3-loop bow? We're going to do a Lisa bow. Alright, so a Lisa bow. Okay, this is the Bodabra. A Lisa bow is a 3-loop bow. Okay, so we're just going to take tails. We're not going to put big tails. Maybe we'll do like 6 inches. Right. So the Bodabra does not have measurements on it, but you can put it on your mat. And just this would be the center. So this way you can figure out, you know, what your measurements are, okay? So if we were going to put this down, see, there's our tail. All right, twist it right in the middle. So we're going to do a 6-inch loop, okay? So right like that, 6 inches, okay? And then 6 inches on this side. If you're not exactly sure, you can pull them up and make sure they match. This one looks a little big, just like that, okay? Then we'll do, you all right? One more over here, okay? Actually, let's do a little bit longer tail. Hold on. Let's do 8 inches. So we'll do 8 inches. So what I have is I have this sitting on my 30-inch mark, okay? And so I know at 36 inches, that's going to be a 6-inch loop, okay? Right there, whoops. Okay, and then at 24 inches on the other side, okay, here we go. All right, they match. Okay, all right, so this is how you do the Lisa bow. So we have our tail over here. Okay, we're going to dovetail it. That wasn't a very good dovetail. There we go. Alright, so now what you do is you're going to go in the other direction. So you have your tails over here, now your tails are going to go over here. And the great thing is we no longer need our table because we already have the measurement here with the loops. Okay, so we'll put our tail down, twist it. Okay, so we don't have any patterns tonight, so we can just do everything in the bow maker. So I do twist it when I get to the center so I can get the pretty side up. I match it to that bow length. See that little loop length? Okay. Then we'll come across, twist again. All right, last one. On that last loop, you don't need to twist it because you're just coming straight out. So you'll see what you end up with. you have 1 loop here, 2 loops. 2 loops here, 1 loop. So you see what it does is all you have to do is remember to alternate the tails and you'll end up with the right mixture. Okay, so let's do our rickrack. Who doesn't like rickrack? So now we're going to put the tail back over on this side. Yeah, the woodland ruffle just has a curl at the end instead of it just coming straight out for a ruffle. That's the only difference. But I will tell you, if you're first starting out and you're struggling with ruffles and you're struggling with things fraying, go to the woodland ruffle because it's really going to help you so that you don't get a lot of frays. Alright, if you're having trouble with the bow dabra, don't forget you can always put this piece in to hold it while you're adjusting. See there? And then here's our last one. Let's take this back out. So now we go back over here, right there. Okay. Okay, so stay over there, please. Okay, that's the sizing we want right there. Right there. And right there. Okay. Pull it out, flip it off. So just like every other bow I do, I'm going to take out the pipe cleaner and I'm going to take out a zip tie. Okay. So just like any other bow maker, I'm just going to take it, I'm going to run the zip tie under one side and just get it started. Okay. Then I'm going to pull it out. I can see where that indentation is. I'm going to hold one side. I'm going to get it to the middle where that indentation is. Alright. Now, let's put our pipe cleaner in the back. What? What's funny? Alright. So now I'm just going to kind of adjust it a little bit so I can kind of pull my tails a little bit. So with this you can either do all your tails to one side or you can do them one side and the other. So I'm actually going to do both sides. I know we don't usually do that, so it'll be something different and fun. Okay. Alright. I'm just kind of adjusting it a little bit before I tighten it down. When you're adjusting it, you want to do it very gently so you don't accidentally pull something out. Did I do that off? I did. It's not going to matter. Alright. Pull it real tight. Alright, now we're going to hold all these together and we're going to adjust. So,
someone wants to know, are the loops all the same size?
All the loops are the same size. They're all 6 inches. Alright, and we're going to pull our, well, dang it. You can't even see me doing it. Alright, so remember you have to twist and break that bow. So you got to twist from the bottom. And what you're doing is you're breaking it from that center so that it will not get stuck down in there. If you tied it tight, it's not going to come out. I know that seems scary, but the great thing about these is they will get very tight. Alright. Oh! Ha! I just accidentally cut part of that tie. Hold them on. Here we go. Luckily, there is a fix for that. Y'all, it happens. Okay. So now we tie it. I think we should put the sign right in the center today. So we haven't done that in a while. So let's put the sign in the center. See, and there's a whole bunch of ribbon left. You get that whole bit left. There's always enough to do tails and a bow. Because I think that's very important. Alright, so I'm just going to take this. I'm going to run it under. I usually go right where one of my ties is, and then I can just run it around. Yes, I am going to redo the pumpkin. Where is Mama Sue? She's sitting over to the side. She's sitting over so she can see what y'all are saying. She's sitting at the computer.
And the lights don't mind.
Well, the lights are a little bit much.
Yeah.
She's not used to the lights like I am. So she has to kind of move so that lights aren't like in her eyes. Okay. So you can see what I do is I just pull it through and then I just pull it around. Yeah, you can hear. Yeah. I just pull it around the frame. Just like that. Okay. Just a few times so it's not going to come off. This is the way I have found it the easiest to do this without it being so difficult, because the signs can be one of the most challenging parts. So this just makes it a little bit easier. So I use the whole thing together. I don't separate them. I just take the whole thing. I go right down to the frame and I just twist it around the frame, and that's it. That's all you need to do. So it makes it a lot easier. It is different than the bows I usually make. It's a Lisa bow. Yeah. I do love the drama bow, but sometimes we just need something different. Right? Okay. Yeah. So see, that quickly we've already gotten the sign tied in. I remember when I first started putting signs in wreaths, it would take me forever to get the sign in. And then I wised up and realized I was just making it more difficult than I needed to. So I was like, okay, I'm done with that. Let's fix that. Okay, so now we'll just kind of readjust a little. Okay, make sure it's in there. All right, now, bow. So we can put the bow at the top, like this, okay? Or we can put the bow at the bottom. I think that might be cute. What do you think? This side, left or right? Let's put it on this side. All right, so what you can do is just tie it right where you have one of your ties. So just tie it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pipe cleaner and I'm going to run it around where this tie is. Okay, just like that. Then I'm going to tie that, readjust my ribbons, and then I'm going to tie this onto that tie. It's going to make it easier for me to reach it. Alright. And then I will take it and pull it around the bottom, and I will tie it around the frame, so that will keep it from falling down. There we go. Now we'll refluff our bow, and we're going to fix these tails that are sitting in the sign. So hold on, let me get us fluffed. There we go. Get us all fluffed. All right, now we'll pull this one over here. This one we're going to curl like that. Okay, this one we're going to pull over here to the side like that. This one we're going to curl like that. Curl. There we go. Awesome. Cute. Ta-da. Wait. Yeah, there. All right, now we got it. I can't, there. It's always opposite of what I think I need to turn it. Oh, if y'all ever have trouble with your bow starting to sink in, what you need to do is you need to tie it to the frame, and then it's going to give it a little bit more support. So if you have that problem, make sure you're tying it down into your frame. And it's probably good that my brother is not here anymore, because he'd probably be carting off with this one. What do you think? Would he be carting off with it? Probably.
It would.
Thank you. I love it. Awesome. Thank you. See, now y'all can see the bow dabber works just as well as the others. So I think the next one we'll do the easy bow maker. So y'all can see they're all the same. They all work great. Okay, so you don't have to spend a ton of money on it.
Where did you get your ribbon holder? Somebody wants to know.
This mesh roller is from Susie's Recent Things. And we have a link for that. So, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you a buffalo check lover? Yeah, I am too. All right, well, y'all have a wonderful night. I'm going to take my mom home because she's over here yawning. Thank y'all. All right, y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys in a day or so.